Hey, good morning, friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with a weather update for you on this morning. Thanks for joining me here on MLive's Facebook page. Hey, if you have friends, let them know about the Facebook page and our morning weather updates. We've got a whole lot of weather to get through here in the next several days, and it depends definitely on where you're at. So we'll get to it here shortly, but I'll give you a summary. We have several waves of showers and thunderstorms shooting at us from the southwest. And we're obviously in the hot, humid weather, at least in the lower peninsula. So any of these disturbances that start thunderstorms and rain can certainly drop a lot of rain in a short time period. And we've seen that with every rain here the last week or so. It's an inch or two of rain and sometimes over 2 inches in some spots. So the first wave is moving through northern Michigan right now. Southern Michigan will stay dry and very humid and muggy. In fact, heat advisory in effect for Detroit. And then the second wave will come through the UP, and that could be a heavy rain producer. And then the whole system's going to start to sag southeastward, bringing the storm zone into southern Michigan and eventually breaking the heat, at least for several days. Oh, and we also have a tropical storm, probably hurricane, to watch coming up here shortly. Let's get to it. And I think the best way to show you what's going on is just by looking at the satellite picture. And here you can see the wave of rain moving through northern lower Michigan, eastern UP, and look back to the west. These are all disturbances that are riding in that jet stream over the hot dome of air. Look how clear it is for the southern third of lower right now. And see how those clouds dissipate? That means that the hot dome is there, and these waves of rain right over the edge of that. So that's what you're seeing on the radar. And again, southern Michigan probably dry and just sweltering once again for today. Where it's wet in the north, Traverse City to Sheboygan to Alpena, up across the UP. And the next wave developing back here, maybe we can see it. And that will ride across the UP tonight and tomorrow with heavy rainfall and possibly flooding rainfall. Here's the radar forecast I like. And we're going through the morning. We're at noon here. And everything shifts to the north and we dry out. Very muggy conditions, someone mentions in Greenbush. It's going to stay that way. Here's that next wave of rainfall coming into the UP. So we're into the afternoon. So it is a dry afternoon. Now, I can't say it's going to be totally dry, because what happens is when you have these thunderstorms around and showers, they send out an outflow boundary and it just kind of lays there somewhere. And then in the heat of the afternoon, you see a line of thunderstorms blow up along it. So good chance the southern part will stay dry today, but in this kind of weather pattern, you just can't say for certain that it will stay dry. Let's go through on the radar forecast. We're into this evening, and now we're into overnight. And the next wave of heavy rain, that is aimed toward the UP for tonight and tomorrow. And look at the temperatures. We're starting to get at a time of the year where Curtis Jack, no, there should not be any tornadoes today. We've had 9, it looks like, in the last week or so. Look at the high temperatures. Southern lower Michigan, 90 to 92 degrees. Up to Flint, close to 90. Saginaw Bay City, probably upper 80s. The Thumb, upper 80s. Grand Rapids, 86. And this is all with very high humidity. So it will feel like 100 or so around the Detroit area. And that's why a heat advisory in effect for the Detroit area. You go to the northwest, a little quote-unquote cooler. 84 in Traverse City, but still very muggy. And then you get across the UP, there's a lot more cloudiness across the UP, and with that, temperatures in the 70s, but again, very muggy. Hey, good morning, Chris Rotasiak. This is where that heat advisory is in effect around the Detroit area for this afternoon, where temperatures will feel like they're over 100. And then this right here, this is a flood advisory out to the west. That's aimed toward northern Michigan and the UP. And we'll watch that for tonight. Here's the radar forecast a little bit farther into the future. And we're into Tuesday night. This is Tuesday. And we go into Wednesday. There's the activity, excuse me, coming across the UP on Wednesday. And then it slowly shifts to the south, and the activity gets into southern lower Michigan. And as a result, that's when the cloudiness, the showers come in. Yeah, Kyle Bailey, paid to guess. It's a great job. Give it a try, buddy. And so once this shifts through, the heat will break for a few days. But watch this. We have a tropical storm down in the Gulf Coast. Could be a hurricane. Let's go into Thursday. And here you can see the cold front coming through. And then we get into a northeast wind. The humidity breaks really for northern lower Michigan and across the UP. Everything is showing that the remnants of the hurricane, Category 1 hurricane or tropical storm, starting to move into the Midwest, and by the weekend, shifting northward. This is the American model, and the European model shows about exactly the same thing. Now, this is too far out to say exactly where it'll track, because kind of like a bowling ball. If the curve is a little bit off when you first let it go, it will wind off way off course later on down the lane. And the point being here is that in southern Michigan, some places it's still dry. This might take care of that as it moves on through the weekend or early next week. Certainly something to watch, but not something to be concerned about just yet as far as that goes. So there you have it. Today is going to be a warm, actually we probably better call it hot and humid day in the southern half of lower Michigan, with temperatures upper 80s to low 90s, high humidity, sunshine coming out, another pool day if you still have it open. Then it looks like that storminess will hit the UP with heavy rainfall, could be over 2 inches, up to 4 inches, could be some flooding rains in the UP tonight and Wednesday. That zone of storminess will shift south over Wednesday into Thursday, coming through southern Michigan. Not quite as active, but with those thunderstorms, still the capability of 2-inch plus rains in locations. And then we go back to a little cooler weather for a couple of days, but we'll have to watch the remnants of that hurricane or tropical system. A lot of weather. We had nothing all summer, and now it's rain, 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 and storminess and tornadoes. We'll keep you updated on everything here on MLive. Thanks for joining me. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.